Hej alle sammen, og velkommen til mandagsmagi. I dag vil det være på engelsk. Vi har episode 8, og i dag vil jeg gerne snakke om bevidsthed og ubevidsthed. Og antibevidsthed, og hvad det er, og hvad det gør ved os, og hvad det gør ved vores kroppe. Så først vil jeg læse lidt for jer, og det bliver så på engelsk. So hello everyone, today will be Monday Magic, and welcome. It will be in English, and I will be reading a little for you about consciousness, actually, and mostly unconsciousness, anti-consciousness, and what it does to our bodies. And what I will be reading to you is from Dr. Dane Heer's Body Whispering book. You can find it on accessconsciousness.com or on Amazon, and you can use it for your Kindle too. So I'd like to read this to you and talk a little about it. This is really magical. If we are willing to know this, we can actually change our reality with our bodies, with all the disease and pain we have going on in our bodies. So, magic from knowing. How does it get any better than that? So, unconsciousness, anti-consciousness, the basis of all disease. All disease, whether it's physical or psychological, whether it's present itself as pain, illness, tiredness, or malice, is a result of one or both of these two states, unconsciousness and anti-consciousness. And judgment is the crucial ingredients in both of those states. We're going to talk about more of that, the effect of judgment throughout the book. I often refer to judgment as a killer. It's a killer of possibility and of change. If we're going back to the notion that consciousness is where everything exists and nothing is judged, and where nothing is made right or nothing is made wrong. Then we can get a little closer to understanding unconsciousness and anti-consciousness. And let's continue to unpick and unpack what they are and how they relate to disease. And already there, I like to point to consciousness includes everything and judges nothing. There is no right and wrong. Notice that. And look at the world and how we look at each other. I just looked at this morning, we get up and we ask, did you have a good sleep? Look at it. Did you have a good sleep? Already here, if we're asking each other, did you have a good sleep? We have to judge whether it was good or whether it was bad. And we are already functioning from unconsciousness or anti-consciousness. Let's get to that. Unconsciousness is akin to unawareness. It's how we live when we haven't realized our capacity for greatness, and when we haven't recognized our capacity to see through the lie of this reality we've been sold. We actually trained and sold this from the very beginning we come into this world, if you notice. So, next. We're not ready or willing to see the full spectrum of possibilities that are available to us. We live in a narrow way, governed and blinded by judgment. Is it good? Is it bad? Anti-consciousness is similar in the way that judgment is what fuels it, and it's similar in the way that the person doing the anti-consciousness is closed off to how incredible their life could be. But unlike unconsciousness, there is an element of choice involved. It's akin to self-sabotage. How we love that. Sabotaging ourselves from our greatness. That was not in the book, that was mine. Someone who's conscious for whatever reason, has made the decision to undo or step away from consciousness, even though they know on some level that doing so will limit them personally. It's important to notice that anti-consciousness can also be directed at others Again, it's often get fired in the form of judgment, and when you realize this, you get wise to other people's judgments invading your world and your being. We can be aware of anti-consciousness, and that's where our power lies. When we're aware and conscious ourselves, we become impermeable to other people's judgments and general anti-consciousness. And that here lies the great part. Our bodies become lighter, a lot healthier, and way happier. So pain, stiffness, and disease is all a result of unconsciousness and anti-consciousness. When you start to get that, you can start using the awareness to create more space in your body and in the bodies of others. This is the one piece I'd like to share, and I'd like to thank Dr. Dane here for writing it. So it made it so easily available to all of us. So there was two things to look at this. If you would like to change something for your body and your life. No judgment, actually three things. No judgment of right and wrong and what's right or wrong, where you have to look at things and judge them, even yourself, if you function from consciousness. So you can already stop you there. And then there's the unconsciousness, where you are not aware you're doing it. Unaware that you're doing it. It's unconscious. It's some place where you locked it down and you didn't notice. Basically, when we buy other people's stories, it's kind of unconscious. And story upon story upon story about how things are, how things should be in the world, what's right, what's wrong. And when we just buy it and have no question in our world, that is functioning from unconsciousness. Anti-consciousness is knowing at some point that you're actually choosing. You're conscious about it, but you're still choosing the unconsciousness. You're still choosing the judgment. Actually, you're adding the judgment to the unconsciousness extra, and you're still choosing to do it. That is anti-consciousness. And I looked at it, and whether every time you know that you're not right and you want to be right anyway, that would be anti-consciousness. And you start solidifying things in your life and in your body, because when you have a point of view about something, your body starts creating it. And for me, this space about the body has opened up. I already know and have talked to you about how our body is the space that we play with our points of view. But I also noticed that my body will tell me when I'm functioning from unconsciousness or anti-consciousness. It'll get heavy. It'll get painful. It's different what it shows me, but it'll show me when I'm not congruent with what I'm asking for. And also, if I'm living from someone else's point of view. If I'm being me, I'm space, I'm light, I don't have feelings. It's just being, it's joy and laughter. I don't have to think about anything. That is being me. And I know, so what's being you? But I know if I'm not being that I have taken some point of view in and functioning from it. And my body will let me know. So you can start listening to your body and seeing when is it solid, when does it say something. And now you can start asking, what, let's say, what points of view do I have to avoid the consciousness and defend for unconsciousness or anti-consciousness? And see where you go. And then when that energy comes up, you can destroy and uncreate it all and go right and wrong, good and bad, POD and POC, all 9 shorts, boys and beyonds, and use the access consciousness clearing statement and see how your world changes. So I invite you to play a little with this. Notice where you have it, and you can re-listen to what it is and get to know you and what you know, what your body knows, what's really true for you and not the story. Thank you so much. This was Magical Monday. Monday Magic. See you next week. Take care. Bye.